Football from Yard, the People's Channel.
Greetings, Football from Yard Massive. The Reggae Boys will continue their Gold Cup journey in San Jose, California. After a disappointing showing in Los Angeles, where they lost 1-0 to Guatemala, head coach Steve McLaren and his troops will have the chance to make amends in their second match of the group stage against Guadeloupe. The French Caribbean unit has a couple dangerous attackers and one or two robust tacklers, but a defensive line that is highly susceptible to quick attacks. A member of their defensive line is typically out of position. This should be a great opportunity for the Reggae Boys and its pacey wingers. However, if the transition from defense to attack is as slouchy as it was against Guatemala, this will likely be another very difficult encounter. While Coach McLaren has made a few questionable choices, the players need to take responsibility for the lack of urgency that was displayed. The Guatemalans looked ready to fight for the victory, while Jamaica largely played at a pedestrian tempo. The transition from defense to attack is too slow. Starting fullbacks Joel Latibadir and Amari Bell are not aggressive or dynamic going forward. Greg Lay and Dexter Lambakisa are options available to McLaren if you would like a bit more purpose in attack. However, the trade-off is less defensive stability. The midfield is the biggest issue with the slow transitions. For the Guatemala encounter, John Russell, along with converted winger Demarai Gray and converted central defender Damian Lowe, formed the midfield trio. Gray was largely missing from the center of the park, Russell looked overwhelmed, and Lowe looked uncomfortable in possession. McLaren has limited options given his unbalanced squad selection and injuries. Bustling Charlton Athletic midfielder Karoy Anderson is now in camp as an option. Substitute Casey Palmer provides more creativity and competence in possession, despite being a little light in terms of off-the-ball movement and defensive work. The players in attack were largely starved of possession in meaningful positions, but also have a lot of things that they can improve upon. Leon Bailey continues to look clumsy in a Jamaican jersey, and Ronaldo Cephas needs to be more cerebral in his approach when the opposition takes away his primary option. Despite most other options in the squad having a higher club pedigree, the players seem to be allergic to urgency until youngster Kaheem Dixon enters the field. While many went into the Gold Cup tournament with optimism, the opening encounter has dimmed that light significantly. With Panama being in the group as well, one would assume the team views victory against Guadeloupe as a must. Better tactics and in-game management is definitely needed, but the players also need to match the intensity of the opposition. Let us hope we see the fight required to lead the team to victory. Respect as always, linkage next time.